Alexa, who's Dan the Electric Man?
English YouTuber.
Oh! We've made it, YouTube!
And I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing go.
Hi, I'm Dan the Electric Man! Yeah, I've been watching way too much YouTube. I'm not American, I'm English. Right, episode 2, Smart Series. If you haven't seen number 1, go back. Now, today we're doing Sonoff Mini. So now I'm going to show you the wiring process involved in trying to wire a Sonoff Mini. You'll have to bear with me because I'm doing this one-handed whilst recording. So in your general domestic property, there is a few ways on wiring the house. Sometimes they take the permanent feeds to the switch. Sometimes they take the permanent feeds to the light. I tend to wire them with a permanent feed going to the light, so that's the system we're going to show you today. So, just a quick overcap of what we've got. We've got a light switch, wired normally. We've got the smart device. As of today, it's the Sonoff Mini. And we've got the cables provided for that. We've got the permanent feed coming in, which can be from your fuse board or from a light previously. And then we got the permanent feed going out, which goes to the next light fitting. So in the light fitting, you have 3 terminals. You have your permanently neutral, permanently live, and your switch live, and your earths. Coming in from the fuse board, we have 1 permanently neutral, 1 permanently live, and an earth. Same going out, we have permanently live, permanent neutral, earth. That's your loop in, loop out. And then you have twin brown, which is 2 browns, which runs down here, twin brown from light switch to your switch. So basically, one of them goes in with a permanent, as we have here, switch wire, and then one of them goes in with your switch live. So basically, you're going to have a permanent feed that runs down the cable. You turn the cable on. It then runs back up the cable to the switch live, which then turns the bulb on. That is generally how you'll find most properties wired. Right, so now moving on to how you wire the smart device. The smart device requires a permanent neutral in, a live in permanently, a live out to your light, and then your switch in pair. So we go up to the light fitting. We have switch in pair extended. We have the live feed permanent. We have the live switch and the permanent neutral that we require. Before we go any further, make sure you turn off all electric before you do any work. Test it. I also recommend you have a fully qualified electrician carry out any of this. Wink, wink. Now we're wiring it. Always use a test instrument to make sure it's all dead. I always recommend then testing against something that is live so you know that is working. Right, starting with permanent neutral. This is just your permanent neutral feed that goes to your smart device. You put that in with the rest of the neutrals. Come on. Do you ever have that problem when the hole's always too small for what you're trying to put in? It's in. Bit of squeaky action. Then you have your permanent live feed. Same. That one goes in with the loops. But in this case, we're going to take out one of the switch wires, because we're going to have to take that out anyway. Permanent feed in with the loops. This just gives you a permanent supply to your smart device, which will allow the device to be turned on by Alexa without the switch being on. Now we have a switch device, a switch live, which now goes in the other switch wire. So now we have both switch wires from your switch disconnected. just the twin brown that goes down to the switch. The switch live that goes to the smart device is now going to be put in with the switch, which then goes out to the light fitting. The switch pair, some people like to call them switch strappers, are now just going to be basically extended across to the smart device. We have these Wagos 221s, the compact ones, really handy for this sort of stuff. Just click down. So now that cable is literally in, out, straight and supplied. Once you power on the device, the light will begin to flash blue, just to let you know you've got some power. What you have to do is hold down the tab for 5 seconds. And now it flashes repeatedly. This indicates it's gone into pairing mode. We'll now show you step by step how to do the app. First you need to go to the Google Play Store and Apple Store and download the eWeLink app. If you struggle to find it, in the box they do have instructions and there's a barcode in there you can scan. I've recorded this now about 15 times and I just keep sounding like a robot, so you just have to deal with it now. I give up. First thing I'll recommend for you to do is, depending on what internet you've got, you need to go onto your admin and split your router, because the smart device is only allowed to connect to the 2.4. You can't connect to the 5 gigahertz band. So what I recommend is you do is on your phone, swipe down, hold your Wi-Fi, and you can go into the settings of your Wi-Fi. You go on to manage router, and it'll ask you to put in your admin details, which you will find on the back of your box, and your admin password. It's literally on the little card you get with your box saying what your password is. And then go to Wi-Fi settings, and on mine, what I find is the easiest way is you can just turn your 5 gigahertz off just while you're pairing it. So do that, and once you've done that, and then all you have to do on the bottom row of the app, you press the plus icon. You can then press the quick pairing, and as you see, it's prompted you that it'll only let you connect to the 2 gigahertz bandwidth. So we've already done that there. And now you've got talk, you put in your password, click next, and it will say connecting. Usually takes about 30 seconds. I do have the odd friend who does try to do this, and he always fails to do it, so just keep trying. What you can see is retrieving data info. At this stage, it means you've found it. There we go, we found the device. Device added successfully. You can change the name and add a room. So for this one, we're going to call it table, just because we've got it set up on the table. Press done. The device is connecting to your Wi-Fi. Please give it a minute. Got it. Right then, so we now have the table. Toggle it on, toggle it off, toggle it on, toggle it off. I will show you in another video how that works. Right, so the next step that everyone is loving to see, how to add this to your Amazon Alexa, because no one buys Google. Right, first you have to do is go to the top left hand corner, click on your settings icon. Right, now then you click on skills and games, which then brings you up with all the skills you can teach Alexa. Then you click on search. Now you have to search for the eWeLink app. Click on the eWeLink app. It'll then ask you to enable it, which I already have, so I'm not going to disable it. It'll just ask you to enable it. You have to put your password in for the app and just confirm it. Bob's your uncle, all done. And then just go back out of that to your devices, and you just press discover devices, add device. In this case, it's a light, not Philips Hue because they cost a fortune. You click eWink, discover device, and then you let it search. One eWeLink plug found and connected. So now the the device has been added to my Alexa. Just set up the device. Keep the device organised, place, blah, 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 blah. Skip that because I don't want to add it to a group. Alexa, turn on table. Gives me the option.
Okay.
Oh, she's already going. So once that's done, you go back. You click on devices. In this case, it might come up as a plug to start off with. There we go, table on. You can now toggle it on and off in the Alexa app. If you want to switch it to a light, you can go into the settings and just change the type. In this case, we're going to switch it to a light. And we're going to go back. So now if you go in the lights, you should find, there we go at the bottom, we've got a table. Okay, now we're going to come out of that and give you a demonstration. So we've now got the eWeLink app hooked up to Alexa. So we can now ask Alexa to turn the table lamp on. Let's give it a try. Alexa, table on.
Okay.
There we go. And that's how to turn on a light with Alexa. Alexa, table off.
Okay.
This also works with the original switch still. You can just toggle it on and off. The beauty with these is you can toggle the light off and still turn it on with Alexa. Turn on table.
Okay.
The way it does this is it's got a dry line relay inside there, so it allows you to still use the switching. In a nutshell, that is the Sonoff Mini, one of my go-to smart devices. So now it's all working, I'm going to go over a few pros and cons with you. The pros. Sonoff Mini. It's cheap. It's probably the cheapest on the market, ranging from about £10 to £15. You can also buy them in a bunch, where I think you can get like free for £22 or something like that. Small, easily fit into a single knockout box. If you want to fit them behind the light switch, you do have to have a permanent live there, so remember you check that first. Easy to install. One of the easiest ones I've installed before. Some smart devices you can't retain the switch. You can't, once you've hooked it up. For example, if you turn the switch off, you're killing the power to the smart switch. This one allows you to use the relay just to toggle the function of the light, which in mine is perfect. Size, one of the smallest in the market. You'll fit it almost behind any ceiling rose. Won't fit in a ceiling rose, so you'll have to put it behind. Make sure you put it in some sort of enclosure. Most definitely fit it in the back of a switch. Just be some fiddling. Setup, I haven't really had any problems with setup. Straightforward on the app. The eWeLink app is one of the best apps I've used. You can do a lot of different things like set sunrise, sunset. So if it's in a bedroom, you can have the light come on when it's sunrise, have it come off when it's sunset. Cons. I don't think there is any really. I mean, I've been through a few of them. There is one. You can't dim. If you've got a dimmer, you can't use a dimmer light with it. This is just on off. That's it, basically. But for £10, what more can you ask for? I mean, there is some device out there you can dim with. More price, we have got them. We will show you them later on. So next, we're going to go over the Sonoff RF. This is the Sonoff Mini's bigger brother. There's a few different things you can do with it, a few things you can't do with it that the Mini can do. But this is where it all started, really. So to round it up, Alexa, what does everyone need to do?
Please subscribe, follow, like, comment and hit the bell notification button for future content.
Oh yeah!